You're on your 125cc, right? You're unstoppable. You're on a bike, man. You are the fastest thing on the street. You're the most badass thing on the street. My name is Cubie, and in today's video I will give you the pros and cons, or at least what I think about 125s. But this is the perfect place to do a Yamaha YZF R125 top speed run, as the highway is right in front of me and speeding on a 125 basically impossible. So this is a perfect place for me to do a top speed run. The audio won't be as great on the highway, so I probably won't talk, but let's do it. Let's get our daily 100 going. There's nothing. That's it. It doesn't have anything except for that. That was full torque on the R125. You can already see this is not a highway bike. No way. But let's try it again in the other direction. I mean, I said it is quite windy, and the wind was not in my favor there. But hey, we're gonna see if this makes me any faster. Probably not. Or actually, nah, maybe it will. Already better. Oh, that's a lot better. $120, and I'm sitting up straight. Oh, that's a lot better. Christ. All right, let's do this. Come on, give me the 130. Come on. 130. Sweet. 131. Oh, I'm fucking in the red. Christ. 132. Oh, I'm gonna blow up my bike. 132, that's it. With the wind in my favor, 132, nothing more. That's not bad though. The only thing I've done to this bike is a different exhaust. That's it. Oh god. See, this is why 125s are fucked. If that truck just went in my lane, dude, the only thing I was able to do is brake. I would not have been able to just speed up and get out of that situation. That's a great example of why 125s could be kind of dangerous. But let me get up this highway, and then we'll talk more about the 125cc class motorcycles. Yeah, I think you already kind of know my opinion on it. Okay, things I like in this bike, or dislike about this bike. We're gonna get straight off the bat. As you saw in the top speed run, it is just not fast. That's the thing I really dislike about this bike. But at the same time, for a 125cc 4-stroke, it's pretty fast. Most of the things that I'm going to call out on this bike in this video are things that are either both good and bad. So for instance, the speed. For a 125, it is quite fast. I gotta give him a fully thumbs up. For a 125cc 4-stroke, it's a fast 4-stroke. The only thing I have done to this bike is an aftermarket exhaust, and it is 134 like you saw, fully maxed out. You put no way right like that. But as you saw, if the wind is in your favor, 134, it'll do it. However, for a motorcycle, yeah, it is not fast. This bike can get up and go fast from a standstill, no biggie. If you're at a stoplight and you're next to a semi-fast car, you can pull away from him. You can. Just don't expect to win from a dude in a fucking cheap ass Porsche or something. They will definitely win. So the speed, it's good for a 125 4-stroke. It is bad for a motorcycle. I am finally at the road that I've been wanting to drive all this time. So if you guys can be with me, I love this road. So nice next to the water. It has just been repaved. It's so nice. But okay, the speed is something I dislike about this bike, but also like about the bike. The thing that I really like about this specific bike though is the looks. This bike looks absolutely gorgeous, and it does not look like a 125cc motorcycle at all. Most people that I encounter ask me this one question: what bike is that? Or what kind of bike is that? I've never seen this bike before. What is it? And when I tell them, oh, it's a Yamaha YZF R125, it's a 125cc, they're like, that is a 125cc? Most people are like, I thought it was at least a 300, maybe even a 600. I was not sure. But this bike looks absolutely gorgeous. I used to have the white and red fairings, the stock fairings, and they didn't look bad at all. But how my bike looks right now, of course it has done a lot of customization. The mirrors, for instance, are now a mirror delete. We have some block off plates, and I did some customization to it, which made it more perfect for me. I like the looks of this bike better as it does right now. But this bike just looks gorgeous. The R125 is such a beautiful bike. If it was for the power, I would probably never sell this bike. It is so beautiful. I love it. So that's the thing I love. But that also comes again with something that I hate about this bike. For instance, the fairings. With beauty comes pain. And the pain that this bike has are the fairings. Because there are so many fairings on this bike, it is absolutely insane. If you want to if you want to what's it called? If you want to renew the oil, just the engine oil, refresh the oil, you have to take basically all the right side of the fairings off. Then you have to take off the full exhaust, and then you can renew the oil. You can drain the oil, and you can put new oil in. The fairings on this bike are so bad. And I know the older R6, the one before the remake last year, I know that R6 had the same issue. There are so many fairings on this bike. If you work on your own bike like I do, most of the maintenance I do myself, except for things that I just can't do. Let's say engine failure or whatever. I let, of course, people do that. But when it comes to refreshing the oil, cleaning chain, all the basic maintenance, maybe replacing a simple part, I do most of that myself. And when taking these fairings off, oh boy, yeah, it's not a fun job. It is not. Okay, I don't know where I'm going now. I think I took a wrong turn. So bye bye beautiful lake or river road. But okay, the fairings, something I hate about this bike. They look good, they're a pain to take off. Yet another thing that I love about this bike though, this bike, don't ask me why, but it comes stock with Brembo brakes. Yeah, did you hear me? It comes stock with Brembo brakes. I don't know what Yamaha was thinking. They were like, okay guys, let's make this 125cc motorcycle for the A1 license. But let's keep one thing very good on this bike, which we don't even put on the R6 or the R1. Let's put freaking the best brakes in existence on the bike. Which is nice. The braking power of this bike is so good. But come on dude, Brembo brakes on a 125? Are you fucking kidding me? But okay, good thing, the brakes. Another thing I love about this bike, and at the same time is something I hate about this bike, it's how light it is. Because this bike is stupid light. I think it has a total net weight, whatever, of 138 kilograms, and that's light. If you drive in strong winds and you're driving straight, you're not driving straight, my dude, you're driving like that. You are not driving straight on this bike with high winds, no way. What is good about it being light? Well, of course, like I said, you can get some speed on this bike on takeoff, and it is of course the weight that really helps with that. I legit have no clue where I am. It's one of those trips again. I mean, I see buildings in front of me, so fuck it. I'm going full force ahead. But okay, more things I like about this bike. See, now that you can't do on a well, you could do it on a 125, but it would be a lot less enjoyable. But I know a thing that I dislike about this bike. Because, to be frank, I think there are more things that I dislike about this motorcycle than I actually like. But that's mainly because it's a 125. So one thing I dislike about this bike is the shifting. I don't know if it's just my bike that is being just really iffy or something, but the shifting on this bike is not particularly good. I don't know if it's particularly my bike that has this issue. God damn it, these bumps here are really fucking painful. It's horrendous, stupid. But the shifting on my bike, because of course this is the only R125 that I've ever ridden, it is, yeah. It's sometimes, when I want to get in first gear for instance, a lot of the time I kick it into neutral. And then I have a really rough time getting it in first gear. Well, I know that most people have issues getting their bikes in neutral instead of getting them into first gear. So it could be that it is an issue with my bike, I am not sure. But like I said, I don't really like the shifting on this motorcycle. Where the fuck am I? I'm in a freaking neighborhood of some sort, and I have no clue where I am. I am there. I'm not supposed to go in here, but fuck it. And what is this? This is a prison. Oh wait, this is the youth prison. This is where our child criminals go. Haha. Fucked up. You don't want to end up there. It's bad. Okay. More that I like and dislike about this bike. The fairings are beautiful, or the fairings are a pain, but the bike is beautiful. It looks good. Oh yeah, another great thing about this bike is the fuel efficiency. Of course, we all are aware that this is a 125cc motorcycle, but Christ almighty, the fuel efficiency of this bike is absolutely insane. I can, no biggie, I could drive 35 kilometers on this bike on 1 liter of fuel if I drive efficient enough. Okay, maybe 35 is a bit of a long stretch, but I can definitely ride 30 kilometers on 1 liter of fuel. If I drive to my work and back home, and I do that for 4 days every week, I would probably be able to drive to my job and home for a full month for $5 worth of fuel, €5 that is, depending on the fuel price. I think between 5 and 7 euros is roughly what I would have to pay to drive this bike for a full month without running out in the middle of my trip to my job. Granted, my work job place is not very far from my house, but still, it's good. It's good fuel efficiency. Granted, if you drive it like I drive this bike, so fucking full throttle everywhere, yeah, of course you're gonna get less fuel efficiency. So the fuel efficiency is really good. Another thing that I dislike about this bike is how much it vibrates. Because, I mean, maybe if you're a lady, no, I should. No, I'm not going there. But it vibrates a lot, and that of course makes sense. You're almost all the time in high RPMs, and it's a light bike, so it really vibrates. Another thing that I like about this bike is how nimble it is. With it being only 138 kilograms, it is so nimble. You can flick it around everywhere. If you have ever heard of counter steering, fucking Christ. If you ever heard about counter steering, which is a common term if you ride a motorcycle, you can flick this around. I could just show you in this street. I just have to do this and I'm going left, and I could do it right again. It is so nimble. If you would want to go Valentino Rossi on this bike, oh, you can. It is that I'm an irresponsible person and I don't have motorcycle genes. But if you want to, fucking get that knee out there, lean on your bike, and you are full 100% hitting knee to the ground with this bike easily. So it's very nimble. What else do I like about this bike? It's fun. It's just great fun. If you've never ridden a 125cc and you get the chance to, do it. It's a different riding experience for sure. You have to take a lot of things into consideration. One, driving this bike, you really have to consider when is it safe to pull in somewhere or pull out somewhere. Do I have enough power to do this? If I'm, for instance, let's say this is a highway and I'm standing right there and I want to pull into the highway and everybody here is driving 100 kilometers an hour. Me, on my 125cc motorcycle, I'm fast. I'm driving a motorcycle. I can do this. Alright, let's see what is down here. Fuck it. I'm just fucking driving into random places, not knowing where I am, but it's fine. I'm in the city, that I know. But you're on your 125cc, right? You're unstoppable. You're on a bike, man. You are the fastest thing on the street. You're the most badass thing on the street. Yet no, if all those people are driving 100 kilometers an hour and you pull out and you pull on your throttle and you're like, fuck, it is quite a while till I drive 100 kilometers an hour. Let's say you have a car 100 meters behind you on that highway. He's driving 100 and you pull out of that street. You're at 0 and you have to go to 100. And it takes you, let's say, approximately 10 seconds to hit 100 kilometers an hour. 7, 8, 10 seconds, somewhere around that. Oh wait, I do know where I am. This is where you do your license exam. Fuck this place. But yeah, let's say you do you do that. But you think you're the biggest and most badass guy on the street, right? So you pull in front of him. And then you get hit. And then you're dead. So, when driving a 125cc motorcycle, keep those things in mind, my dude. Like, for real. You are not the biggest and most badass guy on the street. On a 125, you're the lowest of the low on the street. Is a 125cc a motorcycle? If you ask me, no, it's not. It's a fast, really fast moped. Is it a good starter bike? No, but that's something for a different video. But I think that is quite it, what I like and dislike about this bike. If I forgot anything, I'll let you guys know in yet another video. But for now, yeah, no, I think that's it. What I like and dislike about the bike. You guys saw how fast it is, which I was actually pleasantly surprised. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, it would be nice if you could leave a like. If you want to know anything about 125cc motorcycles or about the R125, let me know in the comments below and I'll answer it. Yet again, thanks for watching, guys. I hope all of y'all will have a good one, and I'll see all of y'all in the next one. Or actually, now I think about it, I'm driving in the city and you're starting to hear it again. One thing I dislike about this bike is how loud it is. Granted, partially my fault. I have an aftermarket exhaust on this bike, and with the stock exhaust it is not extremely loud. However, it sounds literally like a blown up hairdryer, and it doesn't drive that well. It is just, get an exhaust on this bike, and mine is not tuned, so that's why you hear, can I do it? Can I do it? There, the popping. Like, my exhaust is not tuned, so granted I could get some more power out of this bike if I get it tuned correctly. But yeah, it's a loud bike. It's a very, very loud bike. And I know how it went when I didn't have my DB killer inside of it. You guys know how it went if you saw the video. I got fucked by the police, if you forgot. And yeah, it's just very loud. So if you get this bike and you want to go crazy and put like a Krapovich exhaust on it, excuse me, let's say you want to put a Krapovich exhaust on it without the DB killer, please do not drive this thing in the cities. People will absolutely hate you for that. But hey, it's loud, so that's where I'm gonna end it. Have a good one, guys. I'll see all of y'all in the next one. Bye.